When you ask fans of the Animal Crossing series what their favorite game is, the answer is, more often than not, Animal Crossing New Leaf. As such, I've gotten tons of requests over the years to talk more about the intricacies of this game. So today, let's complete the mainline series of Animal Crossing games and talk about the niche oddities, glitches, and oversights of New Leaf. Starting with some glitches and bugs, New Leaf has a few interesting ones, but a lot of them were patched in the Welcome Amiibo update back in 2016. Before that update, it was really easy to get out of bounds by simply walking slowly at any wall with your net out, which I've covered before. Abusing this, you could very easily get on the train tracks, on top of buildings, and even under the map. If you played New Leaf back in the day, you might recall using this under the map glitch to get a lot of bells quickly. Even though your player character is under the map, you can ready your net by holding A and see your relative position on the surface. Notably, swinging your net while under the map will still catch things on the surface above you, so you can actually run under the beach and catch rare beetles from below the map. Better yet, once you catch a bug under the map, you can repeatedly swing your net again and again to catch that same bug over and over until your inventory is full. At this point, you can save your game, which will cause you to void out and respawn back at your house. Allowing you to sell your entire bug collection for quick and easy bells. Alternatively, you can also run into a buried pitfall seed, which will update your position and camera back to the surface. This will become important later, so keep this in mind. You can still get out of bounds with the net after the Welcome Amiibo update, but it's a bit more complicated, requiring you to lodge yourself between collision in order to clip properly. You can create this collision manually by digging holes or planting tree stumps, but there are a select few places that already have the perfect setup by default. For example, you can clip out of the newly added campgrounds by performing the net glitch in this exact position. At this point, you're prevented from going further by an invisible wall, but you can actually clip past this as well. By equipping the King Tut mask, running will occasionally cause you to trip, which messes with your collision just enough to get you past this wall. Although, there's not much to do under the campground besides look at it from the underside. If you ever hack the camera of the game, you'll notice that the bottom screen will actually render on the top screen if you get your camera to go beyond the normal sky boundaries. Of course, you can normally never see this in-game, but we can use the net glitch one more time to get on top of the Main Street buildings. At this point, we're high enough to see beyond the sky texture, and you can just catch a glimpse of the lower screen rendering on the top screen without using any cheats. On the topic of going beyond boundaries, you can actually cause in-game text to overflow when talking to campsite villagers. After building the campsite, you can play various minigames with the camper inside, during which they may offer to buy an item in your inventory. If they happen to select a crazy expensive item, like the Royal Crown, they'll repeat the price in their dialogue, making their text cut off at the bottom due to its length. Another fun glitch you can do is clip Isabelle onto the beach when constructing public works projects. Normally, Isabelle will prevent you from going to the beach by stopping you once you reach the ramps. However, by clipping her off of a cliff using a precise setup, you can actually have her follow you around down here. If you then try to build a project on the beach, it reveals that Isabelle has dialogue specifically mentioning projects being too close to the ocean. The only way this dialogue can be seen is by doing the glitch to clip her onto the beach, and yet, the failsafe is here anyways. Finally, one of the more useful glitches in New Leaf is exclusive to the base 1.0 version of the game, which is only available in Japan and South Korea. By planting a bunch of fruit trees in a line and filling the gaps with custom designs or items, you can perform some memory overload shenanigans. Filling a chunk of the map like this will eventually cause terrain tiles to no longer update properly. For example, you won't be able to dig anymore, and designs placed on certain tiles will no longer clear when attempting to kick them away. These are known as bugged tiles, which seems to be caused by overloading a section of the game's object memory. Clearing some memory by picking up some items or erasing nearby designs will return these bugged tiles to normal. At this point, you can bury an item on that tile and then replace the items to overload the game and make that tile bugged again. Now, you can repeatedly dig up that buried item over and over with your shovel, as the game will fail to update that tile. The buried item will still successfully go into your inventory, so you can actually bury a max bell bag and repeatedly dig it up over and over to make quick money. In fact, this is the fastest way to get bells, and speedrunner Lemons used it in the 1.0 all debts category to pay off all the house debts in just under an hour and a half. This glitch was patched in version 1.1, about 4 months after the game's initial release. The North American and European versions launch with this patch already installed, so this glitch was never possible over here. As such, you rarely hear about this glitch in English, but it was heavily documented and widespread in Japan. Over there, the glitch was discovered just a few weeks after the game's launch, and players were quick to take terrible external footage of it. From there, the glitch spread across the Japanese community, and nowadays, you can even get the glitch explained to you by text-to-speech anime girls. While this glitch is useful for duplicating practically any item, it's also pretty finicky and can even softlock your game. If you dig up an item with your inventory full and try to rebury it, the game won't let you, so you'll be softlocked here, all while your ears are getting destroyed. While this bug is cool, it also leads to a bigger glitch that allows you to place public works projects anywhere in your town. First, ask Isabelle to create a public works project and bring her over to a bugged tile where you have an item buried. Then, dig up the item over and over until your inventory is full. At this point, the game will notice your inventory is full and prompt you to either replace the item with something else or rebury it. Choosing to rebury it will softlock your game, but replacing it with something else will allow you to regain player control, while menu sounds will start to go crazy. Since we didn't actually rebury the replaced item, what we've done is essentially stored that action, and the game is waiting for memory to clear to perform it. If Isabelle wasn't here, we could simply run around and the animation will eventually take place, teleporting us all the way back to the bugged tile. However, with Isabelle here, we can now talk to her, and with any luck, the game will eventually clear some memory and cause her dialogue to be interrupted by us completing the stored animation of burying the item. Because our state was interrupted, we can now move freely while Isabelle's dialogue text box is active, but the camera doesn't actually follow us. So how do we update the camera? Well, remember I told you that falling in a buried pitfall will update the camera, so by preemptively burying one and navigating towards it, you can free the camera lock and see where you're going. Now, we can run around freely with Isabelle's text box active, and by performing the net glitch, we can complete the dialogue from out of bounds and place public works projects practically anywhere in our town. This was how early Japanese players got crazy-looking towns before save editing tools were developed. Notably, you can also prevent yourself from going to certain areas by abusing this glitch. Like placing projects in front of the train station will render that area inaccessible. If you're familiar with speedruns in games like Zelda or Paper Mario, you'll know that player control mixed with dialogue boxes often leads to other major glitches. Perhaps there's more to be explored here, since I don't think people have played around with this glitch too much, but for now, I'll leave it at that. Just like we did with City Folk, we can also take a look at New Leaf's internal files and find a lot of leftover and unused content. None of these are too interesting, mostly just dummy textures, testing models, and a few assets from the E3 demo. However, the Welcome Amiibo update actually introduced a fair bit of additional leftovers. The update contains an entire unused menu that showcases various stats about the player on the bottom screen. The text strings for this menu were all cleared, but you can restore what it would look like with a mod. It's unclear what this menu would have been used for. It's likely just a debug tool, but maybe it could have worked similar to the Nookmile programs in New Horizons. Various content related to the OK Motors group from Pocket Camp were also found in the Welcome Amiibo update. There are file names for OK Motors clothing and items, as well as code names for all 3 of the crew members. This suggests that the OK Motors crew were planned to debut in New Leaf before Pocket Camp. Some content that's technically still in the game, but just inaccessible, includes villager data for the Japanese crossover villagers Philly and Holden. These villagers were normally exclusive to the campground, and it was impossible to move them into your town permanently. However, if you use save editors to do so, It reveals that they actually have house data attached to them, complete with a custom interior that isn't used by any other villager. Speaking of no longer accessible content, Kapp'n could previously whistle the famous Totaka's song when you traveled to an online island via Club Tortimer. However, due to the discontinuation of 3DS online play in April 2024, this can no longer be heard without connecting to third-party services. Finally, I normally don't report on rumors, but I got a lot of requests to talk about this glitch posted on Reddit. User Bobsters95 reported that their New Leaf cartridge wasn't saving properly, so they decided to just reset their town. After resetting a few times to try their luck, they eventually loaded into an entire town made out of red roses. There were no trees, no rocks, no buildings, just roses everywhere. At first, this sounds like a creepypasta or some baseless edited save file, but things got a bit more interesting when I saw the comments corroborating their story. 2 other people reported the exact same thing happening to them, with one even posting a screenshot. So what is happening here? Do all of these people just have a haunted copy of New Leaf? Well, no. The actual answer is a lot less exciting, but it does confirm that this is likely a real issue that can happen. In New Leaf, every map tile is assigned an ID for the object that's placed on it. For example, a tile with a tree on it will have a value of hex 0026, and a rock could have a value of hex 009b. You might think that if a tile has nothing on it, it should have a value of 0000, but that's not actually the case. New Leaf instead uses hex 7FFE to denote an empty tile. However, if you do some memory editing manually and replace every map's tile value with 0000, you'll end up with a full town of red roses. So, to explain the glitch, it seems the game is incorrectly zeroing out the entire map index for some reason, causing the town to render with a field of red roses. Note that the ID 0000 is not an actual item, so you can't actually pick up the roses or interact with them at all. It's difficult to say what would cause this, but if the story about their New Leaf cartridge not saving is correct, it might be due to some data corruption caused by a faulty cartridge or a reset while saving, or maybe all of these people just screwed up memory editing and are duping all of us. Anyways, that's all the time I've got. I have to get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS. Special thanks to the speedrunning community, the cutting room floor, and the Nookipedia staff for documenting the findings here. All additional footage and resources I used can be found in the description. And of course, thank you to my Patreon and YouTube members for supporting the channel. Cheers to my resident members Lunascape, Cynthia Cohen, Dylan Trudeau, Silly Marina, Villager, Tarumi, Vinny Diddy, Pidge01, Kai D, Japan Eat, Tammy's Head, Fani, Puff, Sarkia, Comfy Boy 404, Bobby Nard, Goose Fart, Cray, Highly in Descent, Clifford Longhead, Calidor, Lock and Key 24, Wesley Witz, Jummy, Retro Reversing, Arbor Days, and Jesse R&DM. Until next time.